Not for children or blood libel. I'm Smokey Daze Haze. Whether you laugh or don't laugh, learn to laugh, as I'm the funniest person going today. And you're not. The funniest there was, the funniest there is, the funniest there ever will be. The idiot savant of comedy. Oh yeah. Darkening dawn, raven mist permeates. Like 80s comedies, License to Drive, Risky Business, 90s teen misadventures. It's When Harry Met Maggie Mae. Yeah, not to be confused with When Harry Met Sally. Oh man, in the devil's den. Harry has pentagram drawn in blood in his own door. I'm hanging out there with him in Ronkonkoma, and he starts hot chatting this girl online. Oh man, and he, they're talking, he's saying all this nasty things, typing all these nasty things, but I don't hear it. Then they decide to go voice. And he starts talking about her panties and like all these nasty fucking things. So they decide they're gonna meet the next day, and sure enough, it's at Burger King, as if like she's not gonna know where Howard is. So anyways, the car like drives up. We go to Burger King to meet her, which is probably a bad idea. And it's almost like when the cars have the hydraulics, and then they go up and they start bouncing. Well, that was kind of like how her car was, only it didn't have any hydraulics. It was almost like bam, 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 bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. So we're at Burger King, we're hanging out, me and him are on one thing, and she takes up a whole fucking booth. It's like the obese whale. It's like, this is Moby Dick. No, it's Maggie Mae. Oh man, it was so fucking nasty. Oh man, I couldn't wait to get out of there. And you think he would learn his lessons, but no, he starts hot chatting like his sister too. He's going like on all the BDSM sites. Oh man, it was such a fucking thing. So anyways, then we're living after midnight. We're taking cabs like all over the place. Hanging out in Ronkonkoma. Living after midnight. And we're going to like all these different places and stuff. And it's like, alright, whatever. So, most of these people are renters, but one kid had like this weird like stereo, and he's like, his room was like kind of like this. He was basically in a friggin' closet. And he's like there, and he has everything rigged up in like this weird way, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. And his mom was a nice person. So it's like, boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doo-doo-doop, boop, ba-doop, ba-boop, ba-doo-doo-doop. A walk on the wild side. Oh, man. So anyway, walk on the wild side, so we go, we're in a cab, and we're in the cab, it's like 2, 3, 4 a.m. at night. I'm in the back, he's in the front. I'm just sitting there, and I'm thinking, you know what, I got my own problems. I don't have to really worry about this. So anyways, when we get out of the cab, he's like, oh man, you were so lucky, man, you were so lucky. Oh man, that girl was so hot, you were so lucky, man. Oh man, I can't believe you were in that with that hot girl. Oh my God, you're so lucky. I'm like, dude, that was a guy dressed in drag, you fucking idiot. It's like I could tell the guy was scared. So, I didn't want to say anything or anything like that. So, man, that's a walk on the wild side. Oh, but you know what? How did I get there? How the fuck did I get there indeed? Well, that's how it's going to happen. A dangerous meeting. So basically, we're supposed to go to some sort of user meet. I'm there, I'm hanging out in the ground round. This kid, Gary, he says his name's like Harry, and I think online his name's like the Green Goblin or something like that. So I'm like, whatever, we're playing video games in the ground round. When I come out, the police had come. So everyone, my ride is gone. So I lost my ride. Then like King Diamond, I lost my ride then. So it's just like, okay. So Harry's like, dude, you can come to my grandmother's house, you could use the phone there. So I'm like, okay, whatever, that's cool. So it's like King Diamond then, he says she's not at home. Like, Grandma's not at home! We should begin a fight to love! So anyways, we're in there, he leaves me in the yard, and he's like, oh man, you know what? Yeah, could you kind of like help me get up there? Oh, let me go in there and I'll see maybe she's sleeping or she's home, or, I'll open the door, you can come and use the phone and call for your ride or whatever. So I'm thinking, okay. So I kind of give him a boost up, and it's kind of getting dark and stuff. And then all of a sudden, you know, I'm waiting, and I know something's not right. I think I heard him break something or whatever. I'm thinking, is this even his grandmother's house? How do I know? We're just in like some random house in Hicksville. I don't know if the guy lied to me. I just met him. So like this one guy's out there raking his leaves with his dog too, and I'm like, I'm motionless. I'm like in there with like my leather jacket. I don't want anyone to see me and stuff. It's like night. I'm like, you know, why am I going to take a chance? And his wife, she's like trying to reason with him, trying to get him to go in, like all this other stuff. And I'm thinking, would you just go in the fucking house already? Oh my God, Jesus, man. She's like trying to get me to say, no, it's okay, dear. No, it's okay. I'm like, God, your wife probably wants some. She probably wants some action. Go in the friggin' damn house. So anyways, I know something's not so good. I'm thinking, damn, man, I'm an accessory now. Did this guy just convince me to do something, whatever. So then he comes back out. He's like, oh, man, you know, blah, blah, blah. Oh, so I'm like, this isn't too good. So we have to run and catch the train to like Ronkonkoma. And we're going to catch the train. We don't have much time. There's like 3 to 5 lanes of traffic, and the light changes green. And we just start like running. Just as the light changes green over like 5 lanes of traffic, we just make it to like the train station. We get on the train. You mean it's like, you know, it's a long, oh man, the Long Island Express roar. We're on a long train ride, and it's like we're heading east to Eden. Then we go east to Eden, and he's like playing all these video games. We're taking all these cabs like all over the place and stuff. And I'm wondering like, man, what the hell is going on with this dude? You know, like he's paying for all these fares, but you know, where to get this money from, you know? So I start thinking that's like kind of suspicious. The guy's like Murphy's Law. He's on a quest for herb, like he's trying to get weed and stuff. And he's telling me about this dude Hannibal, like Secluded Con Scum. He had like this website. He ended up going to jail. Spoiler alert on that. Then we're just going through all this stuff. And he's like telling me how like I don't know, they ripped him off. He has like the last eye and stuff, and they sold him like, I don't know, like fake blow or something like that. I don't really know the story. He was like telling me something like that. You know, we're like hanging out. So I already know this guy's like shady. He's trying to get like weed. He's trying to get herb. He's trying to get money, you know. We're paying for all these cabs. He's playing all these video games. So I start thinking like something's like pretty suspicious with this dude. Oh man. That was a pretty big fucking adventure, I remember. And I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, at some point I'm going to have to get home. So, anyways, at some point I'm in his house, I hear them talking, they like overhear stuff, and something about like, you know, like he took money from his grandmother, I heard. So I'm like, oh man, right there. So I knew it was a pretty bad thing. And it's just like, so I'm like, I got to get out of there now. So I'm like calling my sister to try to get a ride home. She's pissed off. She doesn't want to go to like Ronkonkoma. Not that I really blame her. And this dude, like Hannibal, I remember like it using me. It's this dude tall that I knew. Like he'd hypnotize people. He'd like rub their stomach and do like all this stuff, all this shady stuff. So it's not really a surprise that he would like end up in jail like years later. So man, it was just funny. And then like years later, or like decades later, I look online and I see this still fucking like I see like Maggie Mae or like his sister Fannie Mae, I guess, something like that. And she's still on like these BDSM sites and stuff. And she still like lures these people here. It just goes to show you, man, you go from one egg to an omelet. I never saw, I don't think I ever saw Harry again. I don't think I ever heard from him again. I don't think I ever talked to him again. So I'm like thinking, this is the last person I want to, you know, if he would rob from his own grandmother, I don't want to hang out with him. Plus he dragged me along, so it's like, I'm guilty too. They must think, what type of person am I? You know, I'm hanging out in his room, he's got a pentagram drawing his own blood. I think when we go to like Tower Records, I think he stole books. I think he was the dude that stole books from Tower Records. I think he stole like the Satanic Bible. I think he stole like the Necronomicon. I think he stole like satanic rituals and stuff like that. So it's just, you know, these 90s teen misadventures, man. Everyone has some of these stories. It was definitely a dangerous meeting. It was definitely something you don't want to repeat. But that Maggie Mae, that's one thing I'll never forget. She must have been like 5 foot 500 pounds. 5 foot 500 pounds, something like that. I mean, the ground just shook when she got out. And the car's just going up and down. And like, I heard them talking like such nasty stuff. And then you think he learned his lesson. But then he starts on his sister. I think the sister was even fatter or something like that. So yeah. Oh man. When Harry met Maggie Mae, probably one of the saddest stories that we'll ever know. Oh man. Oh man.